insurance rates will drop more than 4% in 2026 while premiums rise nationwide. House Speaker Emanuel Welch and Secretary of State Alexi Janulius support insurance regulation as a priority. Governor J.B. Pritzker and the Illinois Department of Natural Resources announced $36 million in grants for 67 local park projects. The funding comes through the Open Space Land Acquisition and Development Program, which has awarded more than $675 million since 1986. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your News Flash.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-296-6868. That's 800-296-6868.
Progressive Insurance presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Chicago Bears gearing up for their game at Soldier Field on Sunday with the Los Angeles Rams. The Bears coming off a wild card win against Green Bay. They'll go up against a Rams team that's putting up over 30 points a contest, the highest scoring team in the NFL, led by Matt Stafford. They're also the top passing offense in the league, while the Bears were third in the NFL in rushing. The Chicago Blackhawks hosting the Calgary Flames tonight, continuing their four-game homestand. Chicago coming off a loss to Edmonton Monday. They played that game without Connor Bedard. He was out with an illness. Calgary has dropped 4 of their last 5. The Chicago Bulls beat the Utah Jazz 128-126. Nikola Vucevic scored 35 points, including the game-winning layup with 4 seconds remaining. The sports update brought to you by Progressive. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chris Campbell on WRMN, the talk of the town.
Your holiday decor is down and suddenly your house looks very January. Kohl's can help you bring the spark back. No twinkle lights needed. Save on bedding that feels like a snow day. Decor that'll boost the mood. And Shark vacuums because, yes, you're still finding pine needles. Get an extra 15% off some of your faves store-wide. And beat those winter blahs at Kohl's. Select styles. Offer ends January 25th. Some exclusions apply. Coupons do not apply to Shark. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
This year, it was important for my business to start strong.
Starting weak is not recommended.
But first, I needed a lot of stuff for the office.
Sounds like a shopping spree.
I just went to Staples. They have great prices on everything, like ink, toner, printers, paper, and chairs. And now you can get up to 30% off select HP printers.
Up to 30% off HP printers? Am I on a hidden camera show?
No.
Well then, let's go Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or on the app. Ends 131. Select models only.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Progressive. Today, mostly sunny with a high near 25. A chance of snow showers after 4 p.m. This afternoon, gusty winds up to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, snow likely with cloudy skies and a low around 22. Currently, it is 13 degrees with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Does your car need a shine? At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they make it quick, easy, and spotless every time. And they're open 24/7 for your convenience. Right now, get a free car wash just for joining their text club. Text BRITT to 30400 and enjoy a free car wash. Visit Britain's Touchless Car Wash at 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin or at 555 Willow in West Dundee. Britain's, caring for your car while caring for our community.
And welcome, folks, to the Community Hour here on WRMN. It is a sunny Thursday morning here. We've got Brendan in the comments section. Good morning, WRMN Radio. He is in Anaheim, California. Very nice. I'm sending hearts your way into the chat there. Brendan, thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope you're enjoying your stay in Anaheim, California. Beautiful city, by the way, too. Right outside of Los Angeles in Southern California. So if you've never been before, it's a beautiful city. Have I been? Wait a minute. I think I have. Where's Disneyland? Yes. Okay. So yes, I have been before. Only once though, because I've been to Disneyland once. And of course, I got sick. I've been to Disney World. I'm not bragging, I swear, but I've been to Disney World 6 times. Disneyland I've been to once. And it was fun. It was a good time, but I got sick. And then my grandma died. We found out when we were on the trip. So yeah, it was kind of sad. I mean, it was sad, but and then I was sick too. But I did meet Allie and AJ Mashaka. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed meeting them. They were filming Disney 411 episode. If you remember Disney Channel around that time, the 2000s, around 2003, 2004. They had the Disney 411, and then they changed it to Disney 365. Oh, the childhood memories, yes. And I know that we were talking about those cartoons today on the morning show, the Susie C of the day. That was the question of the day. What was a cartoon you loved as a child? Well, folks, there were quite a few cartoons that I enjoyed as a child. Growing up very young, I used to watch the Rugrats. That was a show that I always watched. There was also Cat Dog or Dog Cat. There was that one too, the conjoined cat and dog. I watched that very, very briefly, but not very much. The big one for me was SpongeBob. That was the big cartoon that I used to watch. What are some other ones? I'm going to have to trigger my memory here. Children's cartoons of the early 2000s. The Y2Ks. Kids Next Door. I never watched that one. When it came to cartoon. Danny Phantom was one I watched a couple times. Fairly Odd Parents was one. Max and Ruby was another one that I used to watch as well. Dragon Tales as a young kid. That was always a fun one too. I always was interested in their house, the Dragon Tales house. I was like, oh, I wonder what their kitchen looks like. I know most kids at that age don't think about that, but that's usually what I thought. When I watched Dragon Tales, they had like their playroom. And I was always like, I want to see a shot of their kitchen. I want to see a shot of their living room. What does that look like? I'm curious. I don't know. That's just how my brain and my brother's brain thought when we were kids. But yeah, so there's some early 2000s cartoons out there that I enjoyed watching. Invader Zim I never watched. Cyber Chase, a lot of the kids' cartoons. Cyber Chase I watched growing up as a kid. What was another one? Charlie and Lola. Yeah, I never really watched that one. I remember Charlie and Lola, that one. But the cartoons in per se. Of course, Doug was one that I watched. Recess was another one the Wild Thornberries. So there's a couple different ones out there. Dexter's Laboratory. Um, uh, Cow and Chicken. I never really watched Cow and Chicken, but I'm familiar with it. I'm looking at this list here and seeing what were some of the other cartoons that I watched. Yeah, Recess was one I used to watch. I used to watch that on, it was PBS Kids, and it was one Saturday morning they always had it as, and it was, I guess it would be like 1999 or 2000. I still remember it. We'd have breakfast, and we watched Recess. I remember watching that with the mean principal or the mean teacher, the old woman, grumpy lady. A couple other ones, Tiny Toons. Yeah, there's quite a few cartoons that I used to watch when I was a kid, especially over on the weekends there for cartoons. Yin and Yang, yeah, that was another one I used to. I'm looking at this list here. You can find it online as well. I'm getting some nostalgia with some of these here. Foster's Home from Imaginary Friends was another good one I used to watch. Maggie and the Ferocious Beast. Yeah, most of these I have watched. Jimmy Neutron was actually probably one of my most favorite ones. I really enjoyed that show. That was a good one. Yeah, and then there's some, now I'm already seeing some that are non-cartoon. Out of the Box was another one that I used to watch a lot when I was a kid. I always liked their Halloween episode. I had it on VHS. Yeah, there's a lot of different ones out here. Proud Family was another funny one too. The grandma was always sleeping, and then she had the TV on, and they'd try to turn off the TV, and she'd be like, I was watching that. She would say. So some fun memories with those cartoons. Maybe you have some fun memories with some cool cartoons that you used to watch. Franklin was another one I used to watch when I was a kid. I watched a lot of what Bananas and Pajamas. Now that was not cartoon, but that was one I also used to watch too. Even though that one was until 98 or 99. I still remember watching it though. Hey Arnold was another one I used to watch too. Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of cartoons that I used to watch. I used to watch. Now that I think about it, I watched a lot of TV when I was a kid. I think maybe a little bit too much TV. So, but yeah, there's definitely some ones out there. Chalk Zone. That one looks kind of familiar. Was that maybe I did watch that one. I don't know. There's quite a few cartoons out there from the 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s that I used to watch. Little Bear Arthur, of course, was another one that I used to watch. Braceface was another one I used to watch too. Oswald. Yeah, I'm going through all these right now. I recognize most. I recognize most of them. Johnny Bravo was another one. Ben 10. There's a huge list of cartoons I used to watch when I was a kid. Yeah, they've got quite a bit of them out there. Yeah, so very cool. So those are I never watched Teen Titans. Oh, Kim Possible was another one. Jackie Chan Adventures. Yeah, there's a lot of cartoons out there from the 2000s that I used to watch. I'm getting enthralled in this list here now. I'm like, oh, I remember that show. I remember this show. I remember that show. So I would say my favorite was probably Jimmy Neutron. I always enjoyed that one. That was always pretty cool. So yeah, that is the Susie Q of the day. What was a childhood cartoon that you loved? A couple people in the comments section write, Karen Nolan writes, Flintstones, Jetsons, Scooby-Doo. That's another one that I used to watch as well. Yogi Bear, Bugs Bunny, Dudley Do-Right, Mr. Magoo. So there's quite a few ones that are out there that people enjoy watching. Let's see some other ones that people said in the comment section here. Tom and Jerry, yes, Samantha. I used to watch Tom and Jerry as well. All the Bugs Bunny, Smurfs, Snorks, He-Man, Flintstones. Yeah, there's a ton of different ones. So again, definitely feel free to make a comment on the YouTube side of things or also on the Facebook side of things. I'm going on a little bit of a tangent here with the cartoons, but yeah, very cool. I definitely enjoy that. You are listening to the local community hour here on WRMN. And it does say the YouTube volume is very low. All right, I'll definitely take a look at that. I appreciate you, Ken Husky, for letting me know about that. I'll see what is going on there. Make sure that the YouTube volume is good. It could be maybe on your end if you want to check your speaker volumes, but I'll double check and see if it could be on my end too. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick time out. We'll be back with more here on the community hour. We'll also go through, of course, the weather and temperatures. We'll go through the Travel Midwest traffic report and more. What's happening locally here in the community. WRMN, your local radio station for news, talk, and entertainment. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Kick off your weekend with a little flair. It's Dino's Night Out, every Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM. Dino brings you the best of the Fox Valley's entertainment scene. Live music, local artists, street festivals, great eats, and the personalities behind them. If it's happening, Dino's talking about it. And bringing the spotlight is none other than the legendary Arcada Theater, located at 105 East Main Street in St. Charles. Catch dinner, drinks, and a show, all under one historic roof. So whether you're making plans or just love to know what's hot, make it a date with Dino's Night Out, Fridays, 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM, or stream it live at WRMN1410.com. Dino's Night Out, powered by the Arcada Theater, where Fox Valley comes to play.
When your car's feeling sluggish, don't stress. Just bring it down to Britain's Express Oil and Lube on Larkin Avenue in Elgin. For a fast, friendly 10-minute oil change and a full 18-point inspection, they've got you covered. Whether it's engine service, fluids, filters, or headlight check, they do it right, and they do it fast. Family run, quality service, right in your neighborhood. Swing by today and keep your ride running smooth. Britain's Express Oil and Lube, your car's health partner in Elgin, a proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast right here on WRMN, 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Noory with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low, and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Firearms are the #1 cause of death among kids, but we know that healthcare workers can make a huge difference. This is why prevention is absolutely critical. It starts with listening to the community, leaning in on those conversations to better inform what is the approach that you want to take. You are the champions for change. You can be the catalyst for integrating firearm injury prevention strategies into your practice and really benefiting your community. Let's agree to agree that we all have a role to play in ending this crisis.
And welcome back, folks, to the Community Hour here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. We are your source for news, talk, and entertainment. Check out our website at WRMN1410.com, or you can also follow us on YouTube or even Facebook, facebook.com/WRMN1410 radio, or on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/WRMN radio. You can hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell, so you can always keep yourself up to date and in the loop on what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's going on here on WRMN. Now, taking a look at the weather and temperatures here today, we do see a high of 24. It is a chillier day outside already. Temperatures are just at about 17 degrees. It feels more like about 5 degrees when I stepped outside today. It is icy, a little bit slick outside too from the snowfall that we had. We're going to be seeing sunny skies, though, today, so you can't complain too much with the beautiful sunny skies and the blue skies above us today. Wind speeds are going to be a little bit lighter compared to yesterday. Now, we do see an occasional snow shower possibly coming through for tonight. The low is going to be near about 20 degrees Wind speeds about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now, the expected snow is about an inch, it says, for tonight. Tomorrow's going to be cloudy. Now, those temperatures do arise to be about a high of 36. The chance of snow from predicted for tonight is going to continue on into the morning. That chance is about a 40% right now. We see a low of 11 degrees coming up. That's for Friday night. It's going to be overcast outside. For Saturday the 17th, we do see a high of 15 degrees. It's going to be cloudy outside. A few flurries or snow showers are possible. It does drop down to a low of 5 degrees for Saturday night. This is going to be a cloudier sky night. Partly cloudy much later, though. It is going to be very cold. So that's for Saturday. Sunday rolls around, still similar to Saturday. It's going to be a high of only 15. It's going to be chilly, cloudy with a few flurries or snow showers are possible. It drops down to a low of -1 degree coming up. That's for Sunday night. Cloudy skies early, very cold. Then we head on into next week. Next week, it does say that we have a high of 7 degrees. That's going to be our high, partly to mostly cloudy. A few flurries or snow showers could be possible. Dropping down to -1 as our low. That's going to be for Monday night. So that's for Monday night. On Tuesday the 20th, we are already getting close, or really we're already in the middle of January as it is. We have a high of 19, so those temperatures do start to rise. Eventually they'll drop a bit and then rise again. We see a mixture of clouds and sun early, becoming cloudy later in the day with a high of 19 and a low of 17, overcast skies. For Wednesday, we see mostly cloudy and a high of 26, dropping down to 13 as our low. Partly cloudy skies are going to be in that forecast, and that's for next Wednesday. And then Thursday, a week from today, 27 is our high with intervals of clouds and sunshine in the morning. More clouds accumulating for later at night with a low of 21 degrees. So that's the weather and forecast that we're seeing here pretty much for the rest of this week and also into next week. Now, taking a look at Travel Midwest out in Batavia, it does look like there is an incident there. This was posted just 8 minutes ago on the Travel Midwest. It does look like northbound Randall Road at Fabian Parkway. Various lanes are closed. There was a little incident. It does look like that happened. It does say partial incident. The estimated end time is unknown. So again, those various lanes are closed. That's, again, northbound Randall Road at Fabian Parkway in Batavia. There's an incident there. So if you do copy that phrase there and then paste it into Google, you might be able to find if anything does come up. Now, the AI might generate it, and it might not catch up particularly, but it'll a lot of times maybe show a lot of older stuff. So sometimes it doesn't update right away, but that does look like that's something that was posted. So right near, not too far away from the Wenmoth Acres, it looks like there's that little incident there. So if you are traveling that way, of course, whether you're going north, south, east, or west, East Fabian Parkway, just keep that in mind that there is that little incident. It does look like that is out there. Now, of course, there's also still some construction that's going on. If you are planning to travel onto 56 in North Aurora, there's a little bit of construction that's going on right now, and that's continuing on into April. Also on 88, there's still some construction that's going on. This is a minor one that's going on right now. The right shoulder is closed, and that's started at around 8 o'clock this morning. It's expected to continue on until about 4 p.m. So that's ITS there. There's some little work there that's going on 88. There's also some other, quite a bit of road work also posted here onto, what is that, 305? Or no, 355. There's a little bit of work that's going on. That's a little bit further from the Fox River Valley area, but that's what we're seeing as of right now. Other than that, roads seem pretty clear. Again, it is a little slick and icy out on potential areas, so just make sure that you're aware that if your car does have a snow mode, make sure, of course, that you are in that snow mode. Out in Schaumburg, again, I know it's a little further from the Fox River Valley, but there looks like to be another incident here. This was posted at 8:30 a.m. today. Westbound Nerds Road near Wisconsin Lane. AAA vehicle is on site. and the estimated end time is unknown for that. So if you are going that route too, close to Medina and Roselle, it does look like there is that incident it looks to be just a minor one, at least as of right now. It's not a full incident. It is partial, but again, just like to keep you in tune with that. And that's been posted on the travelmidwest.com website. Taking a look here, what we'll do is we are going to go to our timeout in just a couple minutes here. I'll go through a couple things here for exploreelginarea.com. So we'll roll through some of that. And then the second half of the hour I want to do is talk a little bit about if you are starting a new business locally. And this really kind of goes for any community, what you can do. What are some resources that are out there in local villages, towns, and cities in the Fox River Valley that are offered to you? So what are some websites that you can navigate, what you can do kind of generally if you're starting a new business or you're relocating. So I'll kind of talk a little bit about that here too. If you're relocating a business or you're starting a new business in the community, what are some steps that you can take? Now, I'm not a pro at all in this, but I'll just give you some insights on that. Different websites and sources that you can go to, especially if you're thinking of moving your business or relocating or starting a new business. What are some of the sites that you can go to locally here in the community that will help you with that? I won't be able to touch base on all the different websites that are out there, but I'll touch base on the bigger ones. So the different Chamber of Commerce websites and government pages too. So we'll talk a little bit about that coming up. Wanted to remind you as well that we have the 41st annual Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday celebration. The food drive is still going on. It does end on the 18th. Now, it's benefiting Food for Greater Elgin and other participating local pantries. Various drop-off locations include schools and religious organizations. Now, if you do go on to the elginil.gov page, if you just even look up Elgin MLK Jr. Celebration 2026, all of these events will come up. So if you go to the elgin.gov webpage, you'll find information on where those drop-off locations will be, some of the non-perishable food items that you can find too. If you want to go, if you want to hear more about it in detail, a couple days ago, we had a couple ladies on with us here of the MLK Celebration Committee talking with us about that in more detail. You can find that on our YouTube channel. The panel discussions for Gail Borden Library last night, they had their first one. The next one will be coming up the next Wednesday, then the following Wednesday after that, and then finally the last Wednesday after that, the first Wednesday actually of February. It'll be February 4th. And those are all held at, the Gail Borden Public Library. These include King and American religion, civil rights, nonviolence, and economic inequality. So I know last night it was discussion about King and American religion. The next one will be civil rights. The third one, nonviolence. And the fourth one, economic inequality. So that's all at the Gail Borden Public Library at 270 North Grove. They do recommend you reserve just so they can get a general head count there so they know who's coming. But you can find that at the gailborden.info website. You can even just do a Google search. Don't forget the prayer breakfast is also coming up as well, too. That is January 17th. That is the MLK Jr. Prayer Breakfast. That is in Elgin. I spelled breakfast wrong. I spelled it as breaking instead of breakfast. I just want to see if there's any particular... oh my goodness, tickets left. Let me go through this real quick here. So the annual prayer breakfast. I know last time I checked, there were 30 tickets left. It looks like as of right now, 27 are still remaining. So you still have time. There's still 27 tickets remaining, folks, if you want to go to this 41st annual MLK Jr. prayer breakfast. And this is going to be located at the Elgin Community College. The culinary arts students are going to be making the food. Never disappoints, let me tell you. I've never had any of the food, but I've smelled it before when I worked for the Elgin Youth Symphony Orchestra. And we worked practices on Sundays. Oh, it was always so good to smell the good food there too. So on a couple occasions. Stay tuned for more here on the Community Hour. We'll talk more about what you can do if you are starting a new business, entering a new community. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by Rain-X. Governor J.B. Pritzker and the Illinois Department of Natural Resources announced $36 million in grants for 67 local park projects. The funding comes through the Open Space Land Acquisition and Development Program, which has awarded more than $675 million since 1986. U.S. Representative Mike Bost is praising a 7-2 U.S. Supreme Court ruling that gives him standing to challenge an Illinois election law. The lawsuit targets rules allowing some mail-in ballots to be counted up to 14 days after Election Day. A new report says Illinois auto insurance rates will drop more than 4% in 2026 while premiums rise nationwide. House Speaker Emanuel Welch and Secretary of State Alexi Janulius support insurance regulation as a priority. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
When disaster strikes, flood or fire, every second counts. At Emergency Construction Group, they specialize in immediate response and same-day service for any residential, commercial, or industrial emergency across the Chicagoland area. With over 30 years of experience, they've got the expertise, manpower, and equipment to handle any size loss fast. They follow strict IICRC guidelines to restore your property the right way, the first time. Their team values transparency, constant communication, and strong ethical standards because your peace of mind matters. Licensed, bonded, and insured, they're here for you 24/7, 365 days a year. Call 855-4ECG now. That's 855-432-4669. Or visit their website at emergencyconstructiongroup.com and let Emergency Construction Group put your life back together one step at a time. That's Emergency Construction Group. Your satisfaction is their passion.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast.
Brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
Today, mostly sunny with a high near 25. A chance of snow showers after 4 p.m. with gusts up to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, snow likely with cloudy skies and a low around 22, rising to 27 overnight. Currently, it is 16 degrees with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Really smart. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I took the gas hose out of my car's tank. Ooh, not smart. And I drove off while still attached to pump number 3.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
And welcome back, folks, to the Community Hour here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. Hey, we're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. We've got Brendan in the comments here, and he is in Anaheim, California. Very cool. I hope you're having a great time, Brendan. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about starting a business. Now, of course, this is more so on just what are some resources that you can go to when it comes to starting a business or even moving a business as well, too. Now, many of you probably already know these answers here, but I'll go through them with you. What I mean is, of course, checking out the local city, going to the government pages, the Chamber of Commerce websites, things like that, right? Those are, those are some things. And those are just some of the general things that you can do that I'm talking about here. But again, maybe you are new to a specific area and you want to start a business around the area too, a local small business, or you're moving. There are some 5 clear pinpoints that I wanted to mention here to talk about this. And also this applies to when entering a new community, even if you're not a business owner. Maybe you're just, entering a new community you've never been in before, right? Or maybe you've never been to the city or a specific village, right? And you want to give it a try. This all kind of intertwines with each other in that way too. So the first thing to do is to learn about the local culture, right? Understanding the different values that the community has, right? The different things that happen. What are some traditions that we have going on, right? So we always have the tree lighting every winter right here in downtown Elgin. All the different habits, the things like that. Of course, when you're starting a business or you're moving a business, knowing about those values, habits, and also those unmet needs as well. What works elsewhere might not necessarily work here, right? So adapt to your offerings, adapt to the pricing, messaging to fit those local expectations is the first thing. Another one is to build those relationships early. Introduce yourself to local leaders, nearby businesses, and community organizations. Those genuine relationships can really help to create that trust, word of mouth, that community spirit, that interest in, hey, I'm here, I want to help out, and that long-term support too. Showing community involvement is another one. Going to local events, schools, charities. I know here at WRMN, we're hoping to go to even more live events as well too, so stay tuned more for that. Going to local businesses, we'll ask the organizations. A couple days ago, we went to it was a Hampshire business event that we had some great food at the Copper Barrel on State. We shook some hands and spoke with some people. That was a great opportunity. So creating those relationships too, and it really can help to contribute to the community that way. It makes you kind of feel like you're not necessarily an outsider, right? You're here. And of course, checking out locals when possible, hire and supporting them too. And then communicating early and clearly and consistently as well are some ways when it comes to that. But I would also say too that also applies for people who maybe are visiting a village for the first time. Asking those questions is important too. Hey, I've never been to this town or village before. I'm exploring this new business, or I want to try some dining around the area. What do you suggest for us, right? So talking to people in person can really help out too. Makes people interested, I would say so. Of course, there's also going online. There are a lot of different business websites that you can go to. So, of course, elginil.gov is one to go to. And if you're starting a business or an organization in the area, you can visit their website. That is under their doing business. They have a whole portal there that you can check out. And they even do include, and this also does apply for other government pages and Chamber of Commerce websites, business packets. Business packets are going to be a good way to go when it comes to starting those businesses and checking it out. So, for example, here up on the screen, I've got the Elgin, starting a small business in Elgin. They've got quick tips on there too when it comes to, applications, mixed use businesses, permits, things like that, right? There's also business checklists as well too. So identifying things, checking out locations, submitting, reviewing, and all of that too. So if you are looking to, of course, there are those resources out there for you. And let me tell you, there's quite a few. So, for example, here in Elgin, these are some great resources that you can check out. Downtown Neighborhood Association of Elgin does a great job giving you all that great information. And if you want to contact them, feel free to do so. You can speak with Jennifer Fukala. You've been hearing the ad running here on WRMN talking about the Downtown Neighborhood Association, especially if you're starting a new business or you're new to the local community. Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce is another great one. They offer those memberships. So, of course, you can choose the membership level. They do offer, of course, information on all of that. Membership that's designed to for startup and home-based businesses, too. So you have a home-based business that you want to tailor to specific need in specific area. Those are ways to do so. I also encourage folks to listen in on the fourth Tuesday of every month to the Elgin Chamber Chat that we have here with Carol Gieske. She recognizes those local businesses, and she can even give you tips and tricks when it comes to starting your own business and where are the sites to go to, what are some different business events that are coming up that you can attend as well. So all those great things, and I'm glad that we here at WRMN are great kind of a medium really to use so that these businesses can come on and say, hey, I'm a new business here. Let me tell you about about our business, or let me give you a suggestion on a cool place to go to, right? So we give our suggestions, you give your suggestions. We all work together to be a part of the community. Like I always say, I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. It's a good way to be a part of the community and work together. So again, if you have a business, if you have an organization, you want to get the word out, let us know what's going on. Please feel free to reach out to us. We're here for you, the local community. Feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to have you on the air for an interview. I've been trying to get more interviews for the Out to Lunch segment, for the community hour. I know next week we're going to be having the Girl Scouts come on Tuesday at the 8 o'clock hour. We're going to be opening that box of cookies that they gave us last month that they said don't open until January. So we'll be opening that on the air. I know tomorrow we've got for Out to Lunch, I have Elisa, who's the coordinator for the Geneva Restaurant Week. And we're having the owner of Stockholm's Brew Pub come on with us to talk about his business as well, discussing why he chose to be a part of the Geneva Restaurant Week. So that can kind of give you a little insight, and maybe other businesses might be listening in during that time and saying, hey, you know what? I didn't know that was happening, or that sounds like something maybe that I would want to do. Hey, I'm starting a new business in a couple of years in Geneva. That's a plan I've got. Maybe that's something that I want to join in on next time too, or when I first start. So these are all great ways to give you tips, tricks, information, and inspirations on no matter where you might be, right? So that's why we do what we do. We do it for the community. We do it for each other. We help each other out, and we want to recognize that too. So again, these are just some of the sources that you can go to, the Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce being one of them. If you're trying to start a new business in Hampshire, there's a member application that you can go to on their business.hampshirechamber.org website. It goes through company names. You type in all that information, of course. Then you go through additional info, primary contact, billing, and membership options, things like that too. So they have all of those for you, of course. Gives you that credibility as a chamber member. They tell you, of course, what's new. So I highly recommend if you're new to the area, you're starting a new business, or maybe you are just trying out new places here in the area. You don't necessarily own or run a business in these specific village, towns, or cities, but you want to check them out. Maybe you want to, maybe you have family that's visiting in the area. You just moved to Elgin. Maybe you're from a different state and you have the family that's coming over. Say, hey, look at all the cool things that we have in this new city, in this city that I just moved into. Check out the websites to see what's out there, because there's a lot of cool things. You can also check out Doing Business in Hampshire, giving those some examples there too, commercial development guides, any licenses, all those good things, incentive programs, they're all out there for you. So don't miss out on these great opportunities. You can also possibly be eligible for different grants as well. These are all resources that you can check out online. So, and if anything else too, if you're just confused, you're like, you know what, I don't even know really where to start, just call their numbers. All the different village numbers are available. Those emails, those resources are out there for you. If you're going to the village of Algonquin, for example, they have a business registration form. So all of these are examples of what you can do. Of course, going to those business websites, the government pages, and also, of course, checking out the Chamber of Commerce websites. What's also fun too is looking at those local businesses. Going online, exploreelginaria.com does a great job of pinpointing those specific businesses in the Elgin area too. So if you're looking for fun events to go to, you're just moved to the new city or the village or the town, and you want to find different things that are coming up. An example here is Explore Elgin Area. There's also enjoyaurora.com is another one to go to check out those local happenings. Again, following those social media pages. This is all stuff, of course, a lot of us know. Sometimes we can forget about it at times, or we don't really know necessarily, if we're not as tech savvy, what to do. Those options are available. But it's also here too. We are on that AM 1410 dial where you can tune in. So if you are not tech savvy at all, you can still listen to us here on that AM 1410 dial, get those insights on different local businesses too. So that's also a great way as well to listen in. It's good that we still have that, of course, AM 1410 dial. Now, if you are more tech savvy or a visual learner, you like to visually see things, we've got our YouTube side of things here too. You get to see all the different local businesses that are around the area. You get to see all of our hosts. You get to see me wearing my stylish clothes. I'm kidding, but stuff like that, right? That visual aspect to it can really help to inspire you to maybe try out different things. Check out see the faces and hear the voices of the local community leaders that are out there, because there's a lot, and we want to give them recognition. We want to pay them tributes. We want to give them the opportunity to come onto the air here, sit in these lovely seats here, and speak with us. Please feel free to do so. You can always feel free to reach out to us here at WRMN, 847-741-7700. Of course, you can also email any of us too. If you want to email, and I say this, I know I say it all the time, but it's true. I want to get the word out there. I want to keep reiterating it too. Feel free to email us if you have anything as well. So there's lots of different community events that are coming up here too, especially for the new year. I'm getting in contact, of course, with the Elgin Symphony Orchestra. They've got a couple things that are coming up, so I want to get them on the air pretty soon. We've got some other great things, too. Don't forget, we also do play the Bears game as well. Very exciting, so you can also listen to that as well, or if you want to be a part of it, if you want your organization or business ad being heard during the Bears games, those exciting Bears games, like when they were behind 18 points and they still made it to the end, finishing up strong and winning the game, feel free to reach out to us. You can also email us at sales@WRMN1410.com. Taking a look at the time, it is already approaching 48 past the hour. We'll take a quick time out. When we come back, I will go through I'll go through the lineup for later at night. So I don't usually talk about this a whole lot, but we do have, if you've listened to WRMN, we do have a nighttime schedule. We're always rolling here on WRMN 24/7 on the airwaves, and we want to keep you in tune and tell you what is on the airwaves. So I'll talk a little bit about that, and with the time remaining, we'll also go through some things happening locally in the Fox River Valley. So stay tuned for more here on the Community Hour, WRMN.
Get ready for an unforgettable night out in downtown St. Charles at O-Shows, where live music, dining, and entertainment come alive. Visit the iconic Arcada Theater at 105 East Main Street and experience the venue voted Chicagoland's premier entertainment destination. Whether you're enjoying a headliner concert, dining at Rock and Ravioli, or hitting the speakeasy at Club Arcada, O-Shows creates memories. Tickets and event info at oshows.com, and you can call 630-962-7000. That's 630-962-7000. Make your reservation, bring your friends, and plan your next event at O-Shows. Live music, dining, and entertainment, all in one place. Visit oshows.com and join the fun tonight. Supporter of the America's First Responder Fest.
Kids today live in a world full of social pressure, bullying, and substance abuse. LEAD has a solution. LEAD connects law enforcement agencies with schools to deliver tested, proven, and effective anti-drugs and violence training to kids. Learn more about LEAD, Law Enforcement Against Drugs and Violence, and our work to create safer, healthier communities at leadrugs.org or on social media at We Are LEAD. Sponsored by LEAD Inc.
Looking to set sail on your dream vacation? Cruises International has you covered. Specializing in land and sea getaways, they're here to make your vacation unforgettable. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, they offer personalized service with a global network of specialists to ensure your trip is tailor-made just for you. Call today at 800-255-7447 to speak with a cruise and vacation expert. And don't miss Travel Tuesdays on WRMN AM 1410 every first Tuesday of the month from 11 to 12 p.m. on Out to Lunch. That's Cruises International. Your vacation, your way.
Now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com is the book called DUI Jury Trial, which is the true story of a truck driver in Illinois who was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Not only was he facing a revocation of his driver's license, but also a lifetime disqualification of his CDL, which would prevent him from ever driving a semi-truck again. This book includes backstories of the truck driver, the lawyers that defended the case, and the DUI expert witness who analyzed the case and then testified at trial as to the proper protocol procedures of the field sobriety tests as well as the breathalyzer test. This nonfiction novel also includes the actual court transcript from the jury trial, a courtroom showdown in which the final verdict would determine the fate of the defendant's livelihood. The book DUI Jury Trial is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
And welcome back, folks, to the Community Hour here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. We're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, of course, for tuning in today and being a part of the conversation with us, part of this journey here in the community. Hopefully, continuing on this new year here, 2026, with positivity and encouragement. So let's go through here. There is a little bit of a lineup that I wanted to talk about here. The new nighttime schedule. Now, when it comes to the weekends, they are on deck. So I'll just talk about what we do have currently in place right now for the new weekend lineup. So the nighttime lineup. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. So of course, starting, we've got here, of course, Big Top Sports. That is from, that's from 4 until 6 o'clock, Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer. From 6 until 7 o'clock, we do have the WRMN news segment. It's a replay of that, which was will be coming up later tonight after the upcoming WRMN news segment here. And then we also do have as well, we have a political talk show, which is from 7 until 8 o'clock. So that's from 7 until 8. From 8 until 9, we do have The Voice of Reason with Andy Hooser. Now, if you don't know a little bit about this show, I want to talk to you and tell you a little bit about this. So The Voice of Reason is a nationally syndicated conservative talk show. They focus on activism at the local level. The show discusses a lot of current events, while it also does apply constitutional principles, traditional values, and logic to the issues of today. Andy is a millennial. He has a unique perspective on the struggles of our time. He tries to apply common sense, logic, humor, and sarcasm to his show. He believes that the best way to approach the tough talk is with sarcasm, humor, and civility. So if you want to listen in, we encourage you do so. That's coming up. That's tonight. That's from 8 until 9 o'clock. And then from 9 until 9:30, there is an insurance investigator that's on called Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar, following leads from coast to coast, assembling cases through interviews, evidence, and expense, and his action-packed expense account too. So there's a mixture of some stories there. There's also a couple other things as well too. We'll keep you in tune with that, of course, when the time comes, with some fun things. But we'll get to that, of course, once the time comes. Again, some things are on deck, but wanted to throw that information out there for you so that you know about it. But tune in to AM 1410 WRMN. If you are a night owl, there's some fun things that you can listen to. Let's see here. For the remainder of the time, got a couple minutes left. Let's go through what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. We've got some things that are coming up here, including a family caregiving event with financial support. It's a workshop at the Centro de Información. This is coming up here, and this will be today, 5 until 6. It's coming up tonight from 5 until 6 o'clock. Now, this is a great way for families to come together, get that information, get paid for caregiving, care for loved ones, and also there's eligibility and enrollment. So that's coming up, and it's brought to you by the European Service at Home, and that is going to be tonight from 5 until 5 until 6 o'clock is when that is. Now that's going to be at 1885 Lindlore Lane, and that's going to be in Elgin. There will be a speaker there. Oksana Krushenevska will be there too. It sounds like she's Russian or Ukrainian. Will be there to discuss a little bit about the family caregiving and financial support. So good to check that out if you want to view it. That's tonight from 5 until 6 o'clock. That's from 5 until 6. Thursday, the 15th, today at 6 o'clock, you can enjoy the Village Squires live music. They always have fantastic live music to enjoy. That's in West Dundee. They're going to be having tonight at 6. Max York will be on tonight. Friday, it's Osvaldo Pace on Friday. There's a couple other ones that are also going to be coming up there too. So if you want to take a look at that list, you can find it. That is on. Oh no, I'm sorry. That Osvaldo Pace was on the 2nd of January. So Johnny Lyons will be coming up. That will be tomorrow at 6. Johnny Lyons. After that, it'll be Mike Vermeland, and then Joe Cantafio will be coming up. That's on Friday. Saturdays, they've got some fun music that you can also listen to. Let's see what else is coming up here, too. We talked about Elgin Community College for the prayer breakfast. Morning of celebrations, speaking, prayer, music, and remembrance, too. So you'll be able to get those tickets for $30. There's still 27 tickets remaining. A couple other things that are also coming up. January's live music at Bannerman Sports Bar and Grill. The Sports Grill will be this Saturday. That's from 9 until 11:30 p.m. All shows start at 9 p.m. They've got some fun things. Johnny Lyons, I know, was on that lineup for the 10th. The 17th will be Southbound Chicago, so they'll be on the 17th, so that sounds like a good time. And then finally, before we take our time out, or really even our break into the 10 o'clock news, there's an MLK food drive again, Food for Greater Elgin. Wanted to remind you about that. And that's brought to you by the City of Elgin. So it's the Dr. King food drive that's still going on. A couple other things, too, that you can enjoy. Check them out for more information. It's all on the ExploreElginArea.com website. This does wrap it up here for the Community Hour here on WRMN. And then, of course, we'll be back with more with our WRMN 10 o'clock news segment. I'm also in the process of getting What's in Elliot's Mouth uploaded onto YouTube. Not physically what was in his mouth onto YouTube, but, you know, I did try this, the Buffalo Bob's. It's the ostrich beef. Wasn't too bad. A little bit of a funky taste to it, not what I'm used to, but not too bad if I do say so myself. Stay tuned for more here on WRMN.